In Awakening Yoga, we teach forearm balance with a block first because you'll get more shoulder integration and it really helps set up a nice solid foundation that can transfer to any position. Oftentimes people teach framing the block. I don't think that's nearly as effective as pushing your palms into the block. That way I can activate the biceps while I karate chop my arms down into the floor. It creates a really nice solid foundation. As you elevate, you can lift up. You can arch a little bit if you want. You could even pull forwards a little bit if you want. Any games you want to play with the legs are quite nice. However, while this does create a solid foundation, you can evolve it further by adding a second block and going double wide. Double wide is going to help you teach the shoulders how to play into external rotation even more. Most of us sit with our shoulders in an internally rotated position because of sitting and driving so often. When we're here, my hands will now be at shoulder width or even wider, which is going to create a nice solid setup where at first you'll feel less overall range of motion. However, you'll start to notice way more integration in the arm. So as you're opening up here, you can really reach and drive down, feel a nice solid shape, and feel deeply connected to your balance. One of the wonderful things about forearm balance is that it helps you create a good shoulder structure because it's very confrontational. In a pose like handstand or even downward facing dog, you have so many different options for where you can play the shoulder that you never really get into any high level shoulder intelligence. When you're doing forearm balance, we're sitting here, we're being very specific with the setup and the organization, and there's so much benefit to be had there. If you want to take this up one more notch wider, you can flip one of the blocks out to the side. That way you have more of an L setup there. It looks like an awkward Lego piece or something like that. But when you're here, now your hands will play even wider than the shoulder, and you'll start to notice where you lack integration, where the stiffness exists, and how you can create more strength and trust in your entry going upside down. When I'm here, I'm pushing my hands into the blocks and my forearms into the floor, which creates a really solid foundation. When you start to play with the wider hand positions, try to ensure that the elbows don't follow in that journey. So I want my hands to be parallel, or forearms to be parallel with one another, or the arms to be slightly Y'ing out or V'ing out to a side. So the elbow would be in line with the shoulder and the hands are slightly wider. That will ensure external rotation of the upper arm bone and help you explore more space while creating structure. After exploring these, you can come back to really any variation of forearm balance, even one with your palms pushing down into the floor, and you'll be shocked at how much more lightness, movement, and availability is there for you. I hope this helps and have fun practicing.